Ani eyanokre wapomudin hu hia enu nti na hu ahohia sa wobehwe wo hu so yi wo brano ne mra mu odin ameto wo mpofri. Now permit me to introduce you to Green Select Glucometer. Green Select Glucometer from Costless Ventures. Sa fidie kitwe ya etimimpo ehwe wo botomi eboa ma wo hu sugar level abribia. Wona wo diabetes ana yare ahodo a emma wo sugar level esote wo brano no. Sa fidie be bo nka ye baby bia wo bia no wada wo so akohu doctor ntem na wo mo dry betimi ma blood sugar no aye pepepe. With Green Select Blood Glucose Monitoring System, you get your test results in 5 seconds. Annual 5 seconds per now results are ready. And it's suitable for persons of all age. Nane boaso de more people din hu yaw. Sa upe bako ana sa upe so tukoton. Call Costless Ventures now on 0205-915-315. Or fry a betcha we office at Ben Wagana Fine Baby na only one dija. Green Select Glucometer, the best. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
So we are back on your screens. This is the part 2 of Showbiz Daily, and my guys are seated. Iwan, the superstar, is with me, and man like Michael Na, the animator, is also here, and the female artist manager Shanton is also here. So you know how we go. Mr. Na, what is new? What is new? Wex freshman ever pointing.
Wex fresh one. We have a new one from Achukoliko.
Achukoliko. Don't need do. Yes, I do.
Me follow Jenica. Achukoliko featuring Prince Bright.
Okay.
One beautiful song like that, called In Love. You know. A very, very beautiful song. So we are cooking up some beautiful animation for it, and it's coming out quite well.
Okay. Yes. Achukoliko actually promised me that we're doing the premiere here, so you guys wait for it. When the video is ready, we'll do the premiere first time here on Sammy Flex TV. So you guys should wait for it. And Chantal, your camp, men's music.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is very highly possible we'll drop a song by Nana and then Tiflo. I mean that's already done. I think we're just having some few touches in, but we're dropping. I mean, new artists. I mean, even that's Chirox.
You signed another artist?
Yeah, another boy.
Charlie, why your cash come?
No, not come. But Charlie, the fire for the boy inside. It be too much. Boys for just drop the stuff because he has.
So by the money they take the work.
I agree.
Some money come now.
I agree. No, I mean it will come. See, it will come. There's a faith work. I mean 2021. That would the work was on. Yes, the work was on fire.
Music.
Yeah, I agree. But you see, be real. But if money come from lot of America, as the boys in the So we are dropping at 5. I mean, Mr. Na listen to some of it. I'll let you listen to some of the songs, but it's completely PG, i.e. it's adult content, completely adult. I mean, we can't play it on radio. It's completely adult content, and some of them have
point of correction. It's not PG.
PG-18.
Which one is PG-18?
Exactly.
It's straight 18.
It's an 18 plus kind of sound.
PG-18
means that if the song you need parental control to listen to the song.
You will PG. You will 18.
The PG. Wait, 18.
So PG means a child can.
Yeah, parental guidance.
Can guide you to listen to it.
Okay.
There's one say that parents can guide their kids to listen, but you understand 18 plus. I mean,
this one is X-rated.
It's X.
So it means you guys, your target is not on radio.
No, it's not. It's street and streams
and online.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and you might
next week, Hadia, it is allowed. Maybe it can be allowed on Friday, but Hadia, it is allowed. So guys, I'm promising you next week all the PG songs will come to listen.
His name is Chirox. Yeah, he's a guitarist and a vocalist, and it's somebody that he's been trying to get me to work with for some time, and I feel like his time is now. I mean, people know him. He's played with all the bands in town. I'm sure a lot of people know him. He's a guitarist. So one of the songs on it is Low key. One of the song is you hear the song, right?
Masa.
Back
You already design. I just listened to the thing once. You
see, you are not even proud of your artist.
Thank you.
I am, but the song.
No. You are not proud of your artist.
I am.
What is a bonum? Not going to be
title.
What the fuck is what the fuck?
Kawasan, and Fremi, witness. No. I wasn't there.
Okay. But next week, I promise you, maybe next week Thursday.
I wasn't there.
A week by this time, you'll surely listen to the songs, whether clean or dirty. You will listen to that. And as somebody got on Friday show, I want to make a cancel. Sorry guys, Mama was Emma Iwan. Congratulations. 10 years in our music industry is no joke, man.
Of course.
10 solid years. And your first year, more mass and more working money.
10 years, 2010, 2011.
That was 2010.
That was 2010.
2010.
2010. And first, none Thanks and Praise.
Yeah. First album, My Time.
My Time.
Yeah,
okay.
It had Thanks and Praise on it.
Okay. And the way our people struggle to get recognition, I want to cause that through struggles name. And then finally, only the first break. Obi oha otimi underground 10 years. Obi ozo about could be woman poof, not their pay. How did yours start?
Okay. Mechia on a few years, you can't say with you.
Yeah.
So we are doing it in 3 years.
No, you can speak your English. Okay. Feel free.
Well, I would say I went through what basically most of the artists go through. But mostly people didn't know me with the name Iwan. They knew me with Paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you started.
That's how I started. Yeah.
Paparazzi.
So those times, now, we used to do more featurings in high life songs. In those times, there was a trend that every high life song needed a raga verse.
Yeah.
What I would say, so that was the, I would say, what really pulled me into the reggae dancehall scene. So I would say that that was around 2005 to 2006, no, 2014, 2016. Yes. So around those times, we were more into that, but very underground. More people didn't know what we were.
You were then in Nima.
Accra Newtown.
Newtown, yeah.
And then I delved into sound engineering too. I was doing both.
So how long were you underground?
Oh, I've been underground for, I can't say exact years.
What did you start from?
I remember our days at Kida Fest.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We were as young as 13 years.
Okay.
I was part of those who were going to Kida Fest Fan World those days. I used to meet Pope Skinny, those times. So I would say we started as far back as that time. And then the music got serious when I came out of the senior high school, Accra High School. That was when I decided to go into mainstream music. And then I met my first management 4 years ahead of that time. That's in 2008. And then we released My Time in 2010. Yes. So I would say briefly, I've been underground.
Like for 2 years?
No, more than
2 years.
When did you become?
It started 2005.
Okay.
I started 2010.
No, that was
your break.
Yes.
That was your break.
But he had a management from 2008 to 2010, right? Yeah. So that's
the management started in 2008.
Yes.
And then 2 years time, we had to drop release because we had a very successful remix with 5-5 African Girls.
Okay, that was
which was my idea. So Bulldog thought it wise that okay, let's let's just drop an album and then see how the crowd would follow up. And then it happens that at that very time, what Iwan was doing was like singled out. I wouldn't say I was the only one doing mainstream English dancehall music, but then most of the songs that I channeled out were mainstream English without no tree, and then it went down well with the masses. Before that, there was an idea that every Ghanaian artist should be influenced with his Ghanaian language in his music. So most of our raga was even in tree, and then so I would say Iwan was one of the artists that broke through with the English vibes, because Thanks and Praise, Who Is Bad, Jah Bless Me are all English songs.
And you were on that album, the first album?
Yes. Wow. Yes. So I would say that is how the beginning was.
So you honestly didn't really spend so much time in the real underground as Sammy would put it.
I messed up with the dates somewhere. I think that I started the mainstream.
When did you finish SS?
204.
204.
Yeah.
So you're doing it from that time until?
From that, even before that time, maybe before we went to SS. I told you when I was in JSS, we were doing Fan World, we were doing Kida Fest. As far as those times, we were writing our own music. Because we go to Kida Fest, we were giving topics, teenage pregnancy, World Water Day, World Water Month, malaria, whatever. So you write songs based on these topics and perform. So my songwriting skills, I would say, started from there. Because we were so young, but we have to do research.
I honestly like what you just said about they give them a topic and they write the song. Because
at that time,
because these days the artists want to write out of feeling. There's a vibe. They have a vibe. But you see what he's saying. I mean, they will give you topics and they will write on the topic, and that's how I like working with artists. I give you an idea and you work around the idea. But these days, they think that they have a vibe.
They get me challenging the studio with vibe. That's how they say it in the studio with vibe.
Yeah. Those times, Fan World had something like always teaching the youth something. So every episode has something you need to talk about. So I started as far back as that time till it got serious when I met Bulldog. And that was when we channeled out the first album, and then the second album came 2 years after. Then it just followed.
I see. And I know that ever since you got active, almost every year you put on an album.
Yes.
I see. Now, as a new artist, up and coming artist, when you had your first song, how was your life? What life were you living when the first hit came, like everywhere in town? Iwan. How was life?
Well, my first hit came when I was on campus.
Oh, you were still living in school?
In school, yeah. When
that is senior high?
No,
Legon. Oh, okay, Legon, okay.
I was in the School of Performing Arts by then.
Oh, wow.
Actually, it coincided with my meeting with Bulldog. So, actually, I was on dreads by then. So I wanted to kind of rebrand for the school, because I don't want people to say, oh, you are coming to the university with, even though it was allowed. The department I was had a lot of people who looked like that, but I shaved, I had that bald style, and that was when it coincided with the video for Who Is Bad, and then Thanks and Praise, because I had met Bulldog at that time. So then that brand then took off. So we then agreed that let's keep to that brand. But actually, yes, actually it wasn't a pre-planned thing. That was how I wanted to look for my brand, But because we did the first video with it, and then it came out clean, people loved the brand, and then Bulldog suggested and said, okay, fine, let's just keep to the brand for a while.
So my question really was, artist who was underground gets his first hit. How was your life? What kind of life were you living? Like the superstar life?
That was what I'm telling you. I was on campus, so there wasn't anything special. There wasn't anything superstar about me.
But the girls
Because-
liked you.
Yes, but
But
those-
you were a star among them. So how can
the only
Your classmates.
you were a star. Your songs were on radio, TV.
yeah, the only thing is it gets you much attention. When anywhere you go, people recognize you easily. You know, we go to lectures. As soon as I walk in, people know Iwan is in. You know, and the fans. You know, so those are the little things.
How are you handling the
Some
fans? The fans.
It's normal because I don't let it get to me too much. The same people who are giving me the fans,
There was
the
some
same
people.
I are the same people. Me and them, they see they steady.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I don't know something, therefore I miss lectures.
Lectures.
They show me, so there wasn't anything like I was feeling
Starlight
too.
is- okay.
Yeah, because I was still in the dormitory. I was in a Kwafu hall.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in a Kwafu hall. We sleep.
On them.
Yeah, up and down, you know, sometimes. Yeah.
But were you performing? Were you going out of campus to go perform
Yeah.
at shows?
Yeah. When I took the award, it was around that time.
Wow.
So
You missed any
on
lecture?
Saturday, I missed a lot of lectures.
Wow.
A lot of lectures. But sometimes we have to go somewhere, and it takes us days, and then we have to miss lectures. But you know, the school wouldn't spare you for that. You know, so
It affected you.
yeah, it affected me on some level. But you know, me have a sharp brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a sharp brain.
Sharp
Maybe
eye.
they blow my own. So I was able to, you know.
So how are you doing? So like you go, you miss the class, you have a quiz, you come back in the night, you don't sleep. That's what you did?
Not really, you know, but I.
Or you bought some of the
No. I don't get money.
Buying grades.
I don't get money to buy anything. I was just, you know, I had time for studies
Okay.
too, you know, because even when the first album came out, I didn't pull off school because of the demand the industry had for me. I was always on campus. Most of the time, if I'm needed by my management, sometimes they pick me up.
Now, I know your brand within the 10 years has gone through several types of rebranding. What was pushing that?
Okay, well, the major rebranding for me is when I changed from Iwan to Iwan Suyin. But then there are some little rebrands. It's just to sustain the brand for me, just to make me keep me in the industry, keep me floating. Because as an artist, as time goes on, you have ideas, you have other things that you want to add up and things you want to subtract. So I would say maybe that's the key reason why I kept on rebranding, but I didn't change too much. It's just only the look, which is very major for people, you know, because some of them are having the notion that I should have been the way I am. You understand? But for me to have a reason why I'm looking the way I'm looking. So
how do you think when you were in school and combining the stardom, because obviously you were big at the time, how do you think that your management were able to help you in being able to not affect too much your academics? Because obviously it becomes very difficult for the management as well to be able to manage your school area, your school, and they have to also how's the management like?
okay, well, to be on a real, the management didn't care really about that.
They were looking at the money.
Yeah. Because anytime there was a show and I'm being called, I'm not being even asked, Ali, what is the schedule in school now? Is it exams week? Is it, are you having some quiz? I just have to go. Because most of these gigs have even been signed and already before I'm being told that we have to do this. So, as I said, individually, as me, I was the one who made sure that I balanced. Yeah, it wouldn't affect my academics too much because I just have to balance my way. But anytime the management needs you, just have to show up.
I want 10 years. Let me do this before you come in. 10 years.
Yeah.
Has it been profitable for you?
Yes, in a way. Yeah, in a way, because Sammy Flex, we've been surviving off music. I don't do any work. I don't have any major career aside music. What I studied in school, what I went to the university to study, is also connected to music in a way, in the same entertainment field. So I will say that over the years, the way people want to see us, you know, prove our worth and prove our income and prove what we get is not the way we are doing it. So the notion is, oh, he's not making money, you know, he's not he's not on bail most times, so he's not making money. But Sammy Flex, some of us don't want to just show our YouTube data for the money we also get for our streams, and then our iTunes, and also some of us get a lot of streams internationally because of the music I do. When you take Ja album as an example, it's an album that have made a lot of money for me.
Ja album.
Yes, that's my third album.
The third album, okay.
In 2014, and then it's strictly reggae. Yeah, that album has Marijuana, it has Dreamer of Dreams, it has Empress I Miss You, so come. And this song, people play it in Jamaica and they don't think it's even a Ghanaian artist, because they see Iwan and they sometimes think it's Iwan. Iwan is a Jamaican artist as well, who also sings, you know, have a similar style with me. So I would say we've survived off our music because we go on tour. You know, Iwan always is here, there, and most of the tours that we do, we get some money, you know, to keep us running, because we can't say that we keep on losing. We lose here and we lose here. We wouldn't have been here, or we would have even gotten money to push into what we are doing. So we've survived, and I'm very, very grateful for this talent I'm having and the gift of music, because I can't live a week with a dry pocket. You understand? With the power of my image and the power of music, I can just call even a fan, and then I'm okay. And then probably I can just throw out a word to my team, and then my team will make sure I'm okay. So there are a lot of things as musicians we do to survive, you know, in the game. And then honestly, what we are doing is paying us. It's just that what we are targeting, or what we see other artists get in music compared to us in Ghana, when we see the difference, sometimes we feel we are not making anything in music.
Okay, Chantal, you can answer.
I wanted to find out something, but I think you can go ahead so that I can come in.
Okay,
How is royalties benefiting you? You know, with all the works you've done.
Yes, for the past 10 years.
The years. How are you benefiting from
Like those fair songs, the big songs that
yes.
Okay, actually I got registered to a publishing company 3 years ago. Yeah, just 3 years ago. And then I think it's one thing that most artists in Ghana need to do. Some of us didn't get the education earlier, you know, to get publishing companies to and some organizations, copyright organizations, get registered like ASCAM and this VGMA, and then all these other platforms. But I can boast of being on all these places right now because I work with a
I just signed to Damro?
Yeah, long time.
Okay,
long time. So I work with a South African publishing company, Samro, who and they are very connected, you know. So yes, I'm hoping in the next years to see a lot of money coming in, because most of the streams and the airplay I had before I even signed that are a lot of money gone. You understand? Because they explained all this to me, and I realized the sum of money we've lost by not just registering to a publishing company. You understand? So I just use this platform to educate the artists as well, to just get. You don't need to be a major artist to get a publishing company. You know, once you produce music, you register music, you have to have somebody to follow your royalties and all that.
So after 10 years, what are the next plan for maybe for the next decade? Do you see yourself you are not going to do active music because of maybe age or something, or you still see yourself doing active music?
Sammy, we don't grow. So actually, just 10 years. You know, other people are 40 years, 50 years in music, and they are still doing music. So for us, this is even just the genesis. You know, this is just a new face, a different face. You know, but not a different Iwan. It's the same Iwan, the same consciousness vibe all the time, but we just maybe this time we're doing, like I said the other time when I came here, more live music and then more indigenous music, like songs like VGMA and then Aquentio. They should expect more songs that will come in that form, that you're gonna have something African to connect to.
And again, let me also find out, now that you've done 10 years, are there plans that maybe on your Gideon Force you would also be introducing some artists? Because I know some artists, that is also their dream, that after some years they also introduce someone. Do you have some plans like that?
Yeah, I've always had that plan. For me, I don't even wait to be big before giving the next artist chance. You know, many people have seen me over the years moving side by side with this upcoming artist. You know, I'm on them on tour here and there, so I've been doing it. Yeah, I've been doing it, and most artists, I would say, like Judah, like Singing Soldier right now, Rude Boy Ranking. Over the years, have had a major influence from me, you know, when it comes in terms of what they are doing as their career right now.
What are the lessons learned apart from making money from music, like life lessons in music? As a musician, are there life lessons in the trade?
Okay, as a musician, you just need to be focused. If you want to hit your targets, you just need to be focused. You know, our genre attracts a lot of beef sometimes, and then when you follow this as well, it shifts your focus from the real goal. You know, for me, music starts with a mission. You know, I started it with a mission without having too much business mindset, and then it came to a time the business mindset setting, you know, so it's just moving along with the mission and the business aspect. That is the most important part.
Okay, we are still going to ask Iwan how he's going to celebrate the 10 years proper. So Iwan, what are the details? I know 10 years can't just go down like that. It should come with some celebrations. So how are we going to celebrate it? Because we are all part of your journey, and we all contributed one way or the other in making Iwan who he is today. So how is the journey the celebration going to be like?
Okay, well, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that played a role in my career. Bull House Entertainment played a major role, you understand, in introducing me to the Ghanaian market and then making me acceptable by them. And the media, you know, most of the personalities in the media supported me, you know, real hard. You know, I remember my coming, KOD, Bolare, yourself, Kewa, all these guys, Tiny, all these guys were behind the brand Iwan. So I just want to say I still remember that love. I still appreciate that love. And then the fans too. I want them to know that on the 27th, which is this coming Wednesday at Ship House, Shatter Beach, inside Jamestown. It's going to be the Iwan 10 years celebration. It's not going to be by myself, it's by myself and my colleagues in the industry. So people like Raskuku, Episode, LaRusso, Jeffrey King, Luther, Rude Bar Ranking, D Sheriff. You can't mention every dance song star. When you didn't see the poster, you understand. So they are all trooping in.
Okay.
We are celebrating not only Iwan, but also the breakthrough of dancehall music on the scene. That's what we are celebrating, because it's 10 years ago that dancehall really became very vibrant on the scenes. Yes. So we are doing it not alone, but with our fans as well. So they should gear up for 27th Wednesday.
Why Wednesday? How do some of us come?
You have to be there.
When the next morning I will have to be on radio.
But we start early.
When I come to, I'll do things.
Not seeing,
Even if I don't do the environment to make me do it. I come there and do things.
Sammy, we chose Wednesday because we wanted to use the Wednesday vibe.
Yeah, I know there is a Wednesday vibe with beaches.
Yeah.
It used to be at Tawala.
Yeah.
I know Tawala has some Wednesday beach thing, and it was crazy.
Very crazy.
It was crazy.
That's the memories we want to revive. Yeah. So it's just 27th, and I want everybody to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, just to support the whole.
Isn't it a gated event?
Yes.
Okay.
10 CD at the gate.
Okay.
And then you get to enjoy a whole lot. We are having people from different walks of life, like comedians.
Okay.
And then we have one artist coming from foreign. He's a spoken word artist. And then one international artist, versatile.
Okay.
Who happened to be on one of my songs. He's also coming in.
Is your friend Trivalence coming?
No. Yeah, but
shout out to Trivalence.
Yeah, he's always monitoring.
I know he's always monitoring. I've seen him online already. Shout out to you, Trivalence, and shout out to Jamaica.
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to do the celebration. That is on Wednesday, next week Wednesday,
27th January.
27th January at the Shaka Beach. It is now called a Ship House.
Ship House.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a lady watching. Her name is Trudy Boati. She tells me she's coming. She says 27th we move Ship House to daybreak. Hey, Charlie.
I know.
Forget about Wednesday and Thursday. They are still going to chill. 10 years. What are some of the regrets for you?
Sammy Flex. If we want to talk about regrets, we want to change the mood.
You have a lot of regrets.
No, I won't say a lot, but
a few.
Regrets. Everybody has regrets,
Okay.
and then I would say that we only make them us stronger.
So let's say what are the lessons? What are the lessons?
First is just to keep focus. You understand? Because a lot of things as an artist comes in your life, and then it's because you are not focused that makes you get messed up. You understand? Most of the things that I regret is out of me not being too focused. That is why I would regret those things. But if I was focused, I wouldn't have even give those things a chance. So I would I
wanted to quickly go back to what you said about school, because you see it's important, because a lot of artists are sometimes they want to go to school, combining school. How was combining school and music was like, and how did you do it? Were you able to finish school, and was the grade good? Did you
like I said, it's okay. One of the reasons why I survived all that is because the course I'm doing is related. It's entertainment. We do dance, music, and then art.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we do. I've been acted on stage several times, and then we do dance, traditional dance. When you come to the department, everything is in the industry now. That's what we do there.
Okay.
So most of the times when I even go out, some of my lectures follow what I do. Yes, and when I come, we discuss it, and then they use it as example.
I was coming to ask.
So actually, it's not all the lectures that frown on me, not, but what they really frown on, what they really frown on is not being able to take part in some of the quizzes, you know, because that is academia, that is for me, you know, and they felt I was giving much attention to the music.
How would you advise somebody who is not like intertwined, like doing music, is doing, like example, like Nana's case, whereby she was singing and she was doing French. How?
For me, I think I would just wish as in the school body would introduce certain measures that can protect people like that, celebrities who are still in school, so that it wouldn't be. It's like when I was there, I like this one too. There wasn't anything different from me and the ordinary. We all go through the same. If I don't take my quiz, the sanctions is the same thing. So, like when we are in the lecture hall, it's only my friends that recognize me as a star. You understand? Some lectures know they see you say star.
In a bar,
you understand? So sometimes
this boy, I don't know my class when they misbehave for the TV talk.
So did you complete?
Yes, but I still have to go back for some papers.
Wow.
I still have
obviously
to go back
because of the music.
Price.
All right. So for your information, maybe you didn't know that your man is a graduate. For your information, he has been doing his thing at the same time, still doing his university courses. Okay, let me ask my last question before. Were you, or are you going to be disappointed if in the next award scheme, VGMA Artist of the Decade, and your name doesn't come up?
Of course, very, very disappointed. Ghanaians are even going to be disappointed because then in this full stretch, 10 years, if you're gonna pinpoint artists and their impact, you know, let's say new impacts on the scene, I should be part of those artists because I brought the impact of dancehall. And then it is very major right now. It is very evident. Dancehall have taken over. So if Charterhouse don't recognize me, I go ball. Then for recognize me. It's last year that I made that statement on one of my interviews that I think that as an artist who was the first to become, you know, to open up such award, the reggae dancehall that they introduced in the award.
When they introduced, you won the first one.
I won the first one.
Oh no, that is historic.
So if in this 10 years, I won before. Years later, I've been Black Rasta before every other artist now. So I think that it's high time. Wow. It's high time. Wow.
Okay, so Raskuku, you are the reigning reggae and dancehall artist of the year. Shout out to you as well. Okay, Shanton. So finally, we are wrapping up though.
Within your space, for what you've learned, what is one advice you give to artists reggae artists in Ghana? What if you're supposed to just tell a reggae artist who's coming up one, then what will you tell him?
Try to be original, because people even hear other artists and they say it sounds like Iwan. So try to be original. You know, when people hear your voice, they should know this is you. You understand? A lot of artists like biting lyrics, try to play on others' characters, you know, like to prove themselves like others. But for me, I believe in originality.
Yes, Mr. Michael.
10 years. 10 years gone by. What's up with 10 years ahead for Iwan?
10 years ahead, we are hoping for the best. You know, we are hoping to see more enhanced Iwan in the form of my performance. Like I said, more live band. You know, it's much concern that I've got from people, you know, saying that I always mind. You understand? But they feel more live. When I do live music, they feel it. So I'm going to do more live music, and then probably try an African tour because the fans are everywhere. We are not only singing for people in Ghana, So try an African tour, and then from there we see the rest.
Do you have a standing band that you can call upon any time, or you do what we call Frefe Kobo?
Yes, most of our artists in Ghana, that's what we do. We don't have our own band that we use, but I'm planning to have my own band, so we can play all the time. It wouldn't have to be, calling this person, waiting for this person to be free before we can rehearse. Yeah.
Okay, now after 10 years too, would you want to sign on to a label again, or now your independence, you are enjoying that?
Yeah, of course. Any label that comes and then the terms are good and we have a mutual understanding, we see the benefit and it's mutual, why not?
Do you want to sign on? If this is a related call. Hello, good evening. Yes, madam. Hello?
Oh,
Maggie, where am Maggie? Oh, free, you a Yabagana. Shout out to Flex here. You remember Flexi of YFM? Yeah, Flexi is watching that. He says, shout out to you, man.
Flexi be one of the guys who Charlie. They play my song on YFM.
I know.
Charlie, Flexi. Respect.
Now he's taking it cool somewhere in the USA, so I'm sure that is what it is. The message in reggae and dancehall, is it getting better, or you guys think it has been like the beef, it has been the dissing, it has been the hard ones? Before I'll come back to that question.
Let's see this one.
No, this one is already done. Oh, I missed that. Sorry, to come back again. Yes, so we're talking about the message in your journal.
Yeah, I think that is the reggae side is getting better, but the dancehall side is depreciating.
Reggae is better.
Getting better.
That's a news headline.
Yeah, because sometimes what we term dancehall, I always say that, and then some of the fans don't like it when I say that. What we term, some of the styles of music we term dancehall here is really our own old hip life. You understand? But it happened that it's a dancehall artist who did that song. So then there's some confusions.
How do you mean exactly? Explain. Example.
Like if Iwan does a song which doesn't really...
It's high life. But because it's Iwan, so we say it's reggae.
It's reggae, But the reggae, reggae has a solid brand. It has a solid message. It's always conscious. I've heard some reggae songs from Black Rasa lately. I've heard reggae song from most of my colleagues. It always gets better and better and better. But the dancehall side is what I'm saying. We need to keep to the originality side and term. If we're doing hip life, let's know this song is hip life.
What is the unique thing about dancehall, and what are we losing?
Okay, that's the whole form of the music, the beats, the way, the lyrics of it. You understand? You just recognize it as dancehall because of the whole form. I don't know how better I can explain that.
But what I'm saying, someone like Oyenchi, would you describe him as a reggae artist or as a how do you describe Oyenchi?
All right, Kojo Entry is a high life artist.
Oyenchi is a high life artist?
Yes.
Okay, let me get Clark. Clark, good evening.
I've always felt Chris is a
Clark.
reggae artist too.
VGMA, Mr. Narane, we for your home lecture. I want to confess.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Now, what's happening beside I want to say reggae now, she say, yeah, no, Ghana. Oh, Tia Ghana for no, why reggae and I say, or reggae international reggae. Because reggae do baby and why America can never say, yeah, yeah, reggae, Ghana. And that's all for reggae. Jamaica, and they bring it from Jamaica, best. Yeah. Still, and they don't you shouldn't Ghanaian to sing it. That's what I want to know.
All right, thanks so much. Clark Pintua is also a media person in London. He does his radio thing as well. Okay, so I'm sure this is a good question.
Yeah, okay. Reggae no say but it's the same reggae. They say Jinya me say me tone you know, local language, but it's the same reggae. Because of the power of versatility, we will still do some of the reggae songs to suit our local industry here, and then some to suit the international market.
All right. So
what makes a song reggae? Is it the rhythm or is the lyrics?
Okay, first and foremost is the rhythm. Yeah, it's a rhythm. Reggae has some, drops, and then it has some guitar, strums, and all that. So first,
there are a lot of our gospel music are reggae songs, right?
Yeah, a lot are reggae. They played on certain popular reggae songs and then popular reggae bass lines to play most of our gospel songs. Yeah.
All right, so we are wrapping up. Once again, Iwan, what are you telling the fans? 27th, what should they be doing?
All right, well, 27th, just make sure you are at Shatter Beach. It's a Wednesday. It's a week. It's a weekday.
Is that
Kolegono?
Yeah.
Jamestown.
Okay.
Just adjacent Usher Fort.
Okay, so now you can defend yourself.
Let me defend myself. What the legend Kujuinchi did was to infuse the high life vibe into reggae, rather. You understand? Because he sang a lot of love songs.
That like R&B-ish.
Yes, but
some R&B beat Stephen.
And the way for me,
the way he sings,
for me, that's where I see it.
Okay.
From the angle I see it. He was trying to.
But reggae is reggae, isn't he? He's a reggae. I mean,
yeah, he's a reggae artist.
He's a reggae artist. Yes, he's a reggae artist.
But from my point of view,
okay. I want to pass him
because a lot of reggae songs he did. You understand? Are embedded in our own traditional high life love song mentality. You understand? So he didn't do more of like
conscious
the political, the lucky dube,
and that's where it's coming from.
Yes.
So he was actually using he was singing love songs to a reggae rhythm.
Yes.
So maybe Kojunchi could be a lover's rock.
It's a reggae song.
Okay, a lover's rock.
Kojunchi could be categorized in the lover's rock R&B area. Not a very mainstream reggae.
Because it's basically a reggae tune.
Yes. Adapted from
I mean, you can hear that.
Mr. Music Man is reggae.
Yes, reggae.
Okay, that's this thing.
If it May is reggae.
No, most of
May. That Diana May.
Oh no, that's
this conversation sometimes.
No. That can never be.
It can never be reggae.
Alright, guys, so we surely wrap up here. I know once again, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
And yes. I know the rest of the year should come with more blessing.
Yeah.
So 27.
So let me thank some people.
Okay.
Let me thank my fans from Newtown. You know, from
Yeah.
Lima.
For Newtown, they've held you down.
They held me down over the years, you know. Thanks to my
You had a
fans
concert
Tamale.
in Newtown.
Yeah, Newtown we come from.
Yeah. Like, were you still doing it or you stopped at the point?
I stopped at a point, but it's coming back.
It's coming back.
Yeah, hopefully this year.
Yeah.
You know, and then big up to Trudy. Big up to everybody who watched the interview. You know, bless up. Let me see you inside Shatter Beach, 27th next week Wednesday. Let's bless it up.
All right. So Wednesday, you ever try to follow your phone? You ever follow her? Said the crowd needs it. And Sunday after that, you will come and pass the the long or
The regular.
unless a magic this the Thursday day holiday. You come and pass through to check how the space will be, and later maybe we'll meet on radio to talk about it as well. Thank you so much, Shanton from Coffee Man's Music. And Shanton artist, on you know, on Showbiz Daily, those are the good Friday, happy hour until
adult version.
Adult version, yes. Until we introduce the song to you, because Shanton has got one you can't be proud of your own artist. It's a shame, man. And thanks to Mr. Michael. Now, if you want any animation video, this one is ready to do that for you. The next one he's done for Chikoliko and Prince Bright. We will be premiering it here, so you guys should watch out for that. And Iwan is also here. It's Wednesday. Let's meet at Shatter Beach to do it. Thanks to Rasta, Digital Rasta, Currency, Richie Flex, Yala PG, MC Berry, Manana Regan, Team Dodo Solomon, and Tina Baby, Sexy Dondon. Sexy Dondon, Sexy Dondon. Private Sammy Flex.